I want to thank you for coming. I'm here today to announce that the hearing on the renewal I'm here today to announce that the hearing on the renewal of the LA Cafe liquor permit will be held on November 15th, 2011 at 10 a.m. in the public meeting room of the Henderson Memorial Public Library in Jefferson, Ohio. Under the law, Harbor Lake Enterprises, the permit holder at the LA Cafe, and the Ashtabula City Council will have the right to be present, to offer evidence, to require the attendance of witnesses, and to cross-examine witnesses at the hearing. I, as city solicitor, am required to represent the city of Ashtabula. The city's police chief, Robert Stell, and his officers may appear and give testimony as well. You may recall Ashtabula City Council requested this hearing back in August of this year when council members voted to object to the Bridge Street Bar's liquor permit renewal. Council approved a resolution in August which stated that the LA Cafe has been the site of more than 16 complaints of fights, vandalism, weapons, and other disturbances. Council members state that the objection was based on arrests in the first 6 months of 2011, violations of the smoking ban for which the bar owner has not paid fines, and verbal and written complaints from numerous business owners, operators, and property owners on Bridge Street in the historic Harbor District. The incidences of violence have continued and even escalated since then. City Council members charge in their August resolution that the LA Cafe appears to cater to a clientele that becomes intoxicated and violent, causing damage to surrounding properties and discouraging any other economically viable activity in the historic district, and that the managing member of Harbor Lake Enterprises has shown a lack of cooperation with law enforcement authorities in responding to the complaints. The Liftbridge Community Association, LBCA members have also voiced complaints regarding the operation of the LA Cafe and its impact on the community. I will be meeting with members of this organization to discuss the upcoming hearing and to listen to their concerns. What is clear is that past and present owners of the LA Cafe have pursued a business model that seems to encourage, or at the very least tolerate, drug use and violence. It seems to me it is time for the Liquor Commission to be made aware of how this location has been and is abusing its privilege to sell alcohol for profit in our city. It is time for this permit to be canceled once and for all. I will use my best efforts to see that that happens. We don't want people to think of Bridge Street as a place where one need be afraid, or a place that is controlled by criminal elements. It needs to be what it appears to be, a quaint, beautiful, historical shopping and entertainment district. That is family-friendly, fun, interesting, and above all, safe. It is to be hoped that the outcome of the actions we are taking will be the continued growth of Bridge Street and the development of the tourist and retail center it has become. And I will take any questions at this time that you may have.
Now at this meeting, what will exactly happen? You'll both give testimony, and then what will happen?
There's the hearing officer sent by the Department of Liquor Control has a fair amount of discretion as to how to hold the hearing. We are allowed, however, to produce any witnesses in support of City Council's specific allegations, which again are that the operation of the permit premises has not been in accordance with law, and that its operation in the manner it is being operated and in the area where it is being operated is detrimental to public health, safety, or merely convenience. That is where we will attempt to have direct testimony of harbor merchants, area visitors, area residents who've been affected, and affected in a negative way, by disturbances at the bar. We will bring out evidence from our own health department officials about the numerous violations of the constitutional smoking ban that they investigated and that we prosecuted, and the $2,000 in fines that continue to go unpaid for those. In short, we will bring to the attention of the Liquor Commission every reason why the operation of this bar is creating a problem in this district. Go ahead.
Then what will happen? Well, I'm trying to see what time frame will we know then what's going to happen? How long will it be before a decision will be made?
The Liquor Commission is, I believe, constrained to make a decision, if memory serves, within 60 days. I don't know that there's any penalty if they exceed that time, but I believe they are directed to do it within 60 days. I would doubt that a decision will be announced at the time of the hearing. Sadie?
So there is a chance for them to have the license renewed, but there's also a chance that it won't. Kind of in the middle right now is what.
Yes. In my experience, the Department of Liquor Control is hesitant to absolutely terminate a liquor permit unless you've got a series of egregious violations. It has happened, and it has happened in the city of Ashtabula, but it does not happen often. I believe we have a compelling case which will allow the Liquor Commission to make that decision if it so chooses.
What specific complaints have been given to the city by the members of the LBCA or the Bridge Street merchants?
I'm unable to tell you specific complaints as I stand here. I can tell you that the gist of the complaints are concerning vandalism and disturbance caused by patrons of the bar that have become intoxicated or rowdy for whatever reason, and then take their fun, as they call it, out into the street. We see decorative planters thrown to the street. We see graffiti. We see some less desirable forms of vandalism, if I can put it that way. But their concern has been primarily that they leave their stores at 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. and the street is beautiful and it's in good shape, and they look forward to coming back to work the next day, and they come back and it's a shambles. It's been utterly destroyed. Putting that together with the calls we get from people who are on the street at 10, 11, 12 p.m., 12 a.m., it's pretty clear that this bar is the focal point of that sort of problem.
Because the current owner denied either there's any problem with the bar, or is he just totally unwilling to cooperate? What's his stance?
His attorney said to me in a brief telephone conversation, the problem is that the people get drunk at the other bars and then they come to the LA Cafe because it's open later. My response was twofold. One, it's against the law to serve someone who's visibly intoxicated, so those people should not be getting more alcohol. And secondly, why not just close earlier and avoid the problem? Why be a part of the problem when you can be part of the solution? I didn't get a response to that.
What, I guess, position with the shooting, is that going to take into account at this hearing, or I guess where does that stand?
The shooting on September 25th is a matter that's still under investigation. I'm very reluctant to bring it into this conversation. It was not something that had happened as of the date we filed our objections. I'm not saying there may not be some testimony at the hearing, but it's not part of this. Anything further? Well, I'm off to meet with the Lift Bridge Community Association tonight, so thank you very much, and I appreciate you coming.